Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm excited to share this content with you. This is about what you need to know before you ever sell a home, how to start the business behind your real estate license. And you guys know, as the CEO of real estate, I am always excited about this topic because you really have started a business. And I don't think people understand that. But in this video, we're going to talk about it and you're going to walk away with your whole life. So make sure you are tuned in, subscribed, all the good stuff, and I'll see you. My name is Chizette Callan. I'm the CEO of Real Estate. I help real estate agents build a profitable, systems-based business that funds, not runs their life. I help people look into the back end of their business, and that's what this video is about. And I am excited to talk to you about this topic. We're going to talk about 3 things that you need to know as a real estate business owner, not as a realtor. I've said this before and I say this on plenty of videos. Your real estate sales license gives you the ability and authority and essentially the permission to sell real estate. However, if you understand business, you understand that everything has a back end. And we're going to talk about the 3 things that you need to know essentially before you get into this business. So even if you're a licensed realtor, newly licensed realtor, even if you've been licensed for a long time, I think this will sober you in your thinking, especially for new agents, on how to get support. So we're going to get right into this. I want to start by saying that you didn't get a job. You started a business. The reason why this is important is because I am appalled, like shocked, and literally by the number of agents that are waiting for somebody to tell them what to do each day. If you get your real estate license and join a brokerage and you're waiting for somebody to tell you what to do each day, you are already behind the 8 ball. Let me tell you why. As an independent contractor, you are the business owner. You are the one that make decisions for the business. You are the one to tell you what to do, even when you don't know what to do. I know it sounds weird, but listen, I'm going to give you some context in this video. I'm going to really get into it. In this video, you're going to learn 1, what it means to be an independent contractor. 2, how to choose a brokerage who trains you and supports your legacy plan. And 3, why growth is your responsibility, plus the systems that are going to make that growth doable. I want to give you a little bit of a background. One of the things that I had to really learn, and I learned this very early in the business, and I'm going to give you a story, is that you are an independent contractor, not an employee. This is hard, especially for dual career agents, because if you've worked for somebody before, you're used to people telling you what to do. You're used to people saying, okay, 8 a.m., log in, do this, that, and the third. When people come into real estate, they expect the broker to do that, and that's not the broker's job. You are an independent contractor. You have partnered with a broker as a company. You're a company. You've partnered with a broker as a company to train you, which I'm going to get into that in point 2. But independent contractor means you don't get no salary, no guaranteed leads, no paid training. You are the business. The broker holds your license and offers resources to help you grow, but you are in charge of everything in your business. Do not ever expect the broker to give you a training path. You go in and you find out the resources that are available to you and you create your own training path because you know where you want to end up. When I came into the business, one of the things that I struggled with was I was like, who's going to help me? I'm going to all these people and everybody's like, oh, I'll help you. But nobody really took ownership for helping me. I'm so glad that I didn't take that personal and emotionally, because a lot of agents do. Oh, this brokerage is not helping me. So they go jump from brokerage to brokerage to brokerage, understanding that these people are independent contractors. They're running a business just like you. So every time I stop to help somebody, I'm also stopping my business. We have a coaching program at Keller Williams, New Tampa, and I coach agents. Even when I take the time to coach agents, I'm still moving away from my business to help you. So I'm going to help you in a structured way, but you're not going to get all my time because I still have to run my business because I too am an independent contractor. So when you don't understand that, you go to a brokerage expecting them to train you, but it's not a job. So when you go to your job and they hire you, the reason why they train you is because you work for them. They're responsible for you. The broker just holds your license. It really as an integrity operation for the state to make sure that you're practicing real estate with integrity, but everything is on you. You have to figure out your structure. You have to figure out your finances. You have to figure out how you're going to run your business. You have to figure out what information you need to know. You have to figure it out. And here's the thing. You're not going to figure it out on somebody else's dime. You're going to have to get in that brokerage, find the resources available to you, show yourself as somebody that wants to learn. People will support you, yes, but they're not responsible for you. I cannot tell you the number of agents that tell me they're leaving a brokerage because the broker's not helping them. It's not their job. Which brings me to point number 2. You choose a brokerage who trains you and supports the legacy plan you have for your life, the wealth plan you have for your life. One of the main reasons that I'm at Keller Williams is because the training is top notch. I'm an independent business owner. I get more training at Keller Williams than I have ever had in life on everything. I've never seen. I'm talking about they train you on your calendar, they train you on your lead generation system, they train you on follow-up, they train you on models, they train you on systems, they got training on mindset, they got training on emotional intelligence. I have never, ever seen so much training. So I partnered with them because they also train you how to run a business, and they have what's called a 7th level team. And the 7th level team is you out of the business as a CEO and your business running without you. That supports my legacy plan. See, I couldn't join another brokerage that supports me selling constantly because that's not what I want to do. I want to walk away from my business, and I have a self-directed team, which means I direct the team, but the team actually performs and is its own entity, separate from. I built it like that from the beginning. I began with the end in mind. When I chose the brokerage I chose it because I knew that the training was going to give me systems, processes, and models I could follow to build it. How did I know that? I really didn't. And be honest with you, I didn't even know that I was starting a business. But here's how I knew I was starting a business. I had a coach. He was our team leader. He said, she's at start an LLC. I said, why would I start an LLC? And if you haven't taken my course, if you have my course on how to start and structure your real estate business, I go over all this and break all this down. But he said, start an LLC. The moment he start an LLC, something in me clicked and I realized, I said, so the business is separate from me. I have to treat the business one way and me another way. That delineation was everything, because I knew that I could be feeling like I don't want to lead generate, but if the business calls for me to lead generate, I've got to still do what the business requires if I want the business to take care of me. That was a game changer for me. And then there was a lady in our business, and she was so smart. She was killing it. And I just kept saying, I need help. And she was so nice. She always helped me, but she just didn't give me enough help. Like I needed more. And I remember saying, well, why isn't she helping me? Then I looked, I'm like, her business is booming. She got 30 listings. She got 2 assistants. She got this, that, and the third. She don't have time. She's running a business. So then I said, okay, I've got to either get a coach, which I had to pay for, or join a team. I joined a team because I knew that I needed somebody vested in my success. See, when you join a team, the team has a vested interest in your success because when you grow, they grow. I recommend new agents if it's something that you believe that you can handle. I could handle it because learning was more important to me than anything. But understand that as an independent contractor, the same way your job sends you on trainings and say, go learn this new program, go learn this new, you have to do that for real estate. You're the business owner. Except there's no boss saying, Chizette, go to London for training, go to Houston for training. You have to say that to yourself. That's why I love KW, because they got trainings all over the world, so many different things. So I understood, because I understood as an employee. When I worked for Blue Cross Blue Shield, I literally had the best training. I went to so many wonderful trainings. So when I came into real estate, I knew that I was going to be a training girl. I knew that I was going to be somebody that wanted to know, because the business is a reflection of me. It grows to the extent that I grow or that you grow. So when I understood that fundamental piece, I picked a brokerage that mirrored that. I didn't know KW had all this stuff going on, to be honest with you. I didn't know anything. The reason why I joined KW, because when I came and sat on that wall, it said God, period, family, period, then business. And I said, oh, that's my values. I'm locked in. Then when I learned about it's a training brokerage, and that they're going to teach you how to run a business with systems and models. See, I believe in systems and models because I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I just want to do what you did, but I'll just put my spin on it and do it better. That's what a model is. A model is a foundational thing that works for everybody. Then you put your spin on it and it works better for you because you make it your own, but it's a fundamental model. Keller Williams had models. So they came in, they had a lead generation model. I learned the model, I flexed on it, killed it. They had a seller system model, learned it, flexed it, killed it. Buyer system model, learned it, flexed it, killed it. Budget model, income model, economic model. I learned all of the models, which is something that I think is really sad when I see so many people with Keller Williams and they don't know any of the models. They don't even know the foundational MREA model. And I'm like, that's the money model right there. Listen, it's a reason why people say, oh, and people, I never understood this. People would say, well, if you want to get trained, go to Keller Williams and then do your own thing. Well, if you're getting trained from a top-notch entity, why would you want to do your own thing? Keep growing with that entity. I've started title companies, I've started mortgage companies, I have moving companies. I didn't even know that I could do that. I learned all of that in training environments. Why? Because I'm the business. I'm always thinking growth of my business. I don't care if you don't have a real estate license yet. The second you get that license, you are an independent contractor, which means you are a business. You are responsible for you. You need to choose the best place to become the best business owner. Meaning, I could go to any brokerage, but what am I getting from each brokerage? Training moves the needle. So what I looked for was structured training, and I looked for model-based coaching. I need to know exactly what to do. I also looked for tech support because automation is a big thing for me. And then culture is a big thing. And then legacy support. Do they teach wealth building, investing, exit strategy, entity strategy, financial planning, tax planning? Is there a path to build a team? There's just so much stuff that you have to learn. However, I think the overarching mindset is when you get in this business, you have to realize that you have actually started a business. Nobody is responsible for you, which brings me to my third point. You have to own your own growth. This is not a job. This is a mindset shift. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to say you should have a calendar. We are expecting people to teach us everything from scratch. And let me give you an example. If you were starting a cupcake baking business, who's going to teach you how to bake cupcakes? Nobody. You're going to go to YouTube University and figure it out. Why do we come into real estate and join a brokerage and feel like that brokerage is supposed to give us everything that we need to know? They're not. You're putting too much pressure on a broker to help you do something that you made a decision to do. You started the business. You partner with them because the law says you have to have a broker. If the law didn't say you had to have a broker, none of us would have a broker. We will all be doing our own thing. So let's just be real. And then you have to start to look at it like, so when people talk to me about splits, I don't care about splits. I have a cap at KW, meaning I'm only going to pay X amount of dollars a year. If I'm making $1 million a year, why do I care about a little $15,000 cap? Because what I'm getting and what I'm learning is what's causing me to have that level of production. You got people out here, you ain't even closed no deals and you worried about, oh, I got to give 30%. 30% of what? You ain't did nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mindset shift. If you don't understand this, you're going to struggle in real estate because what's going to happen is you're going to become emotionally charged when you don't feel supported. And that charge is going to cause you to go looking, leave here, there, and everywhere instead of hunkering down and doing the work and say, I started a business, I'm going to figure this out. And here's the thing, when you make a commitment to figure it out, you do. But when you put the responsibility of your business on other people, like I've had people like, I don't know how to work with buyers. You better get on ChatGPT. You better get on YouTube University and figure out how to run your business if you got a buyer. Don't be waiting. And I'm a coach. And I tell people, don't wait for me. Figure it out. Use your resources. Build connections with other realtors. Unless somebody is directly responsible for your production, which in this business they are not going to be available every time you call them. I have clients that they're coaching clients, they call me 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. I'm not answering my phone for you at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. You are an independent business owner. You better figure it out and position yourself to figure it out. So when I say position yourself to figure it out, your brokerage has trainings on how to work with buyers. You don't go to any of the trainings. And then when you want to work with a buyer, you want to call somebody. No, the training was an opportunity for you to learn how to work with buyers. If you understood that you started a business, you would be in that training. I didn't miss any training in the beginning because I knew I was learning. I had to figure it out. I'm not calling you asking you how to work with buyers when there's a buyer training on the calendar. I'm not calling you asking you what lead generation is when there's a lead generation training on the calendar. Because as an independent business owner, I knew that I needed to be in position to get the information that I needed to run my business. And if you don't take anything away from this video, I want you to understand that you are the business. You are responsible for you as the business. You are responsible for getting what you need as the business owner. And don't do this thing where you're changing brokerages every 2-3 years because you feel like, at the end of the day, this broker is going to give me more. Listen, this is what I tell people. I ain't never going to go to a 100% brokerage model. Because if you running your business and you ain't making no money, meaning 100% you letting everybody else make the money, you can't teach me how to do business. That ain't a good business model. Stop thinking the broker's going to give you leads if they tell you that they're lying. If they tell you they're going to support you, it's an oversight. It's you. Everything starts and stops with you. And you need to know that. You need to understand. This is why people like me exist. I exist for people that understand that they own their business and that they're responsible for their learning. Maybe the broker is not equipped to give them the training that they want, but they still want to learn. That's why coaches exist. So I wanted to share that with you. I want to make sure that I give you access. It's going to be in here to my class on how to start and structure your real estate business. That's going to give you the mindset overall to really, really lean into this business thing. A lot of people don't understand that that's the best $199 you'll ever invest. You have to understand that structuring your business so that it's on a coachable foundation, that you have the training that you need, and that you're actually doing the things that you need to do to run your business is going to be a big flex. There's also going to be a link in here for a strategy call. If you want to just really talk through this, maybe you're not ready for a full coaching program, I'm here to help with that. I just want you to win in real estate, if I'm being honest. I really, really believe in this business. It is a funding source for generational wealth. It will set you up for generations to come. It will set you up for legacy because it will give you access to the capital and cash you need to grow in other areas and create other businesses. My name is Gisette Count. I'm the CEO of Real Estate. All the links that you need to do whatever, make whatever decisions you need to make as a business owner. But I want to leave you with this. Never, ever put the future of your business in anybody else's hand, including and especially your broker. I have a great brokerage. I'm still running Cheese at Cowan Real Estate. It's my business, and it's yours too.